Hello, how's it going? Good morning. Today we are doing Unity Learn 1.4 sockets. If you are not doing this already, be sure to check out Unity Learn. It's a great way to learn VR development. This is not I'm not like gonna work for Unity. I'm just doing it. So feel free to join in. So far we've got like a little room, some basic movement and stuff. This chapter is sockets. Sockets are objects that can snap into VR. By the end of this lesson, user will be able to hang hats on hooks and even wear the hats too. Cool. Very cool. If you're unfamiliar with how I do things, I don't really watch the tutorials, I just go through it. I don't really want to get copyrighted on YouTube, so I'm just going to read through the articles and do it that way. Again, if you haven't done this already, maybe go and, get this far in the tutorial and then follow back around, but yeah, it's not that hard. You'll figure it out, you're smart. So, course library. We are looking for a fancy hat. So we're gonna go to course library. Here's my I'm gonna do a one column layout. And we are looking for, what was it? Prefabs, objects, hats. Prefabs, objects, hats. Prefabs, objects, hats. Oh yeah. Straw hat, I like that. Okay. Draw two hats you might want to wear onto the surface near the mirror. Okay. So put it this one here. Ooh, cool. And then we'll do a witch hat. Okay. Nice. So two hats. There's the mirror. If you do not already have a set of hooks in your scene, make sure to put hooks in there. So prefabs, hooks. Put a modern hook. And we'll put you over here. Oh wait, I already have one. Well, it's right here. It's in my furniture tab. It's a little bit disorganized, but whatever. Alright. Use Control or Command to select both hats in the hierarchy. Okay. Oh lord, where'd I put them? Here. Add rigid body components to the selected hats. Rigid body. Continuous dynamic. To prevent them from falling through the ground. So I assume when you click both, it does it to both. Cool. And here's some rigid body settings. Continuous dynamic for collision detection. Continuous dynamic. I assume there's multiple different ways to have collision detection. Let's just look it up real quick. Unity collision detection. Let's just real quick look into different types, I guess. Oh, this is like really technical. Maybe we can read this later. I want to link it to you guys though, in case you're a nerd like me. I will read that on the toilet or something. Alright, let's keep going. Continuous dynamic. So let's just check. There's discrete, continuous, continuous dynamic, continuous speculative. So let's just know that there's options for that. Make the hats grabbable. So we're going to click on both again. Add an XR grab interactable. curious if this is something that's in Unity by default or something that's specifically from this tutorial. Like, can people just, when they're not using this tutorial, just go in and add XR grab interactable? Or would they have to like somehow import that script and know that they need to do that? Just a note for later. Anyways, let's keep going. So we added the XR grab interactable. Oh, it looks like it's definitely a pre-made thing. It's not like a custom one. Cool. So we know that it's a thing already. So I can answer that question. And to get there, I just clicked on the question mark and it opens up the documentation. And then if you want, enable smooth rotation, smooth position. Did that do it for both? Cool. Where was this? Collision detection? Oh, this is not. Okay, never mind. Prepare for testing. Reposition, reorient the XR rig to be in front of the mirror, because we do not have, we did not add in, like movement yet, so let's rotate it. Let's just set it to 90, so, because I'm OCD, and then we can also move it a little bit more. Oh yeah. Look at that. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick save. And then we're going to test it. So I have my Oculus. Camera's over here. I have my Oculus Quest 2. And it's hooked up with a cable, the link cable. And I'm just going to turn it on. And we'll test out the game. So we are just turning it on. If you've made it this far, be sure to like the video. Really helps me out. I am learning with you, so I am not a pro, but I'm just trying to record my process as I go, and hopefully you can learn stuff with me. Maybe clarify things if you're confused, or just you like to just listen to people. That's fine, whatever. Alright, where's my controllers? Just gotta set my boundary. Almost there. Almost there. Alright, so now I am in the PC version of the Quest. And so when you're there, all you have to do is press play in Unity and it will play. I've also got my Oculus hooked up like the PC version, so you can see the tab down here. But yeah. So I don't really see myself, but I see my hand. Hey, hey, hello, hello, hello. Oh, oh. Well, I made this table something you can step on, and so yeah, look at that. It's a freaking hat, bro. I also made this thing rotate, so I should probably turn that off. Or just keep it. It's a magical apartment. Hello. So that's working. Cool. So we're gonna press done. And then let's see here. Let's keep going. Mark is complete. Turn the hook into a simple socket. So this is why we came here. This beautiful morning. It's for sockets. So we shall socketize. Position the socket correctly. In the hierarchy, right-click the hook object and create an empty child object. So, oops, click here. This is my hook. We're going to create I'm a sneeze. I think you just create empty there. I'm gonna name it socket 1. Nice. Reposition socket 1 to be the tip of the hook. Tip of the hook. That looks like the tip. And if this is gonna be socket 1, I guess we'd like to make it go in order. Rename socket 2. Rename socket 3. So let me just move these over. Wow, that's hot. Define the trigger detection area for the socket. Okay. Add a sphere collider to the socket object. I'm just going to select them all. Sphere collider. Click edit collider button and reduce the radius to 0.1. What? Did I need to even? Okay, yeah, I did. Maybe 0.05, right? Looks like the radius is kind of big, right? No. 0.05. There. That is not that bad. Yeah, perfect. I feel like 0.1 is a little big. Select the is trigger event to prevent it from colliding with the hat. Is trigger. Add an XR socket interactor component. XR interactor. Oh wait, XR socket interactor. Get the socket in there. Make the hat point downwards when attached to the socket. Create another empty. So I created 3, but now I'm realizing it makes sense to just do the first one completely and then copy and paste the final ones. That's what you get when you don't follow directions. I never like to follow directions. Okay. So we're gonna create another empty, create empty, name this attach. And what in the previous lessons, this is what we did to when you select something, or in this case when you put the head on the wall, it's going to, you were just picking the direction of the, you know, interactable of when it interacts. So like here, we're gonna rotate the empty object to show where the hat should point when it's interacting. We did it the same thing with the bat, or we did the same thing with this. This has got, see, attach, same thing. We basically created an empty and then rotated it so that when it's attached in your hand, it looks like it's how it should be in your hand. Otherwise, it'll just like attach and it'll look like it'll go like sideways or something. So you need to like literally code that in what direction it should attach. So that's what we're doing. So we have the attach here. Trying to figure out how it wants me to rotate it. The local z-axis of the attach point should align with the desired forward direction of the hat. So z is forward. So blue is z. We're gonna rotate it. We're gonna rotate you. Wait, what? Maybe 90? Is that right? I don't know. For some reason I'm having a hard time understanding. Guess we're gonna need to do some trial and error, because for some reason I'm not seeing like how this. Oh, now it's going. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. I said O, but I don't actually know. I think we want it like this. So 90. But you guys saw that it wasn't moving before. Huh. It's pointing down. And then in the socket interactor, we have to pick the attach transform. And we're going to pick we're going to drag it. Because I could pick, but I have a lot of other things called attach, so that's ambiguous. And I'm not sure if naming it attach is a proper naming standard, because as you can see, my scene is super simple and already have two of the same. And that could get really confusing. So, I don't know. Anyways, I just dragged it instead of clicking. So let's try it. We're just gonna press play. Again, the Oculus is already hooked up. Hey. Oh, wait. I need to be able to get up there. Oh. Sorry. Alright, I don't think we're ready to test yet. So we're just gonna mark that complete. Press play. Or get out of play. Now we're gonna duplicate them. Copy, paste. Oop, oop, nope, nope, nope. Oops. reposition them. Boom. Okay. Yep. So just copy and reposition. Have your heart start on the hooks by default. Starting selected interactable property. We'll hang up the witch's hat. What? Oh, it's talking about on the socket. So the hat is going to start on the hook, I think. Let's test it. Uh-huh. With a trucker. Look at that. Look who that is. Nice. Making progress. Making progress. So progress complete. Make your head a socket. Cool beans, so we can wear the hat. It's in the XR rig, and for those that don't remember or do not know, XR rig is basically our VR person. So we're going to create another empty from the main camera. Socket. I'm actually going to rename it to head socket. Name socket. Set the Y position. Point 1, it says? Point 1. So it should appear. So we're going to do the socket to point 1, and point 1 is relative to the main camera. It's not it's relative. It's not like how do I explain this? So in the world, when you usually put things in there, you're putting the position where it is in the world. But when things are children of something, the position is relative to the parent. So this attach is relative to the bat. These sockets are relative to the hook. Anyways, I also named this name socket. I don't know why. Head socket. Because we want it to be our head. Add a trigger detection area for the socket. So kind of like what we did with the hanger. We're going to go head socket. We're going to go to sphere, collider, radius. Our head is not that big, so we're going to go 0.2. That looks about right. Is trigger. Add an XR socket and director. XR. Let's just look, just so we know all the other XR things. There's XR button, controller, device, simulator, directing director, grab interactable. XR interactor line, reticle, joystick, knob, lever, origin, X-ray interactor, simple interactable, slider, socket interactor. Cool. Just wanted to look in there. You'll see what we got. So we're going with the socket. Boom. Now you should not be able to put hats on your head and see how they look in the mirror. You don't say. Cool. My wife just texted me, so give me one moment to respond. Cool. So let's test it. Oop, look at my ball. Weird ball. Gotcha. Oh. I need to get a new microphone if I'm going to keep doing this. I need something that's like attached to me because I keep hitting the dang thing. And I'm sure you guys can hear that, sorry. I guess I could put any head on me. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's kinda cool. Hey, hey, that's kinda cool. Hey, hey, look at me. Hat man, hat, 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 hat man, hat man. Can I take it off? Yep, just put it down. How cool is that, everyone? Very cool. I'd say that's a success. Mark is complete. Prevent other hats from other objects acting like hats. So grab the hat object. Oh, and notice one thing. On here, we had socket 1, we picked the starting selected interactor. So that, notice that the hat is not hanging up on there right now. But when we start the program, it starts up there. Interesting. But yeah, we're gonna add a new layer for hats. Select the hat object. And the XR grabbable interactable component. From the interaction layer mask drop down, select add layer. Let's open this up a little bit real quick. Add new layer. Don't know what this is. Add a new hats layer. And then first available slot. Add a new hats layer in the slot. Okay. Hats. Is that it? So we just created a layer. And if it doesn't explain what layers are, we'll have to go and research that. Oh, what did I just do that for? How do I get my inspector back? Add tab, so right click, add tab, inspector. I usually like to put my console. What are you doing? Hello? No, I don't want to There's you. There. In the hierarchy, select all of your hats. Where my hat's at? Let's just create an empty called clothing. Put these two here. Clothing. And the XR grab interactable from the interaction layer mask dropdown. Click nothing to clear it. From the dropdown, select the hats layer. Okay. Set each of the hook and head socket objects interaction layer mask property to only the hats layer. So only I guess this is making sure you can only put hats on there, but I think it would be kind of funny if you put anything there, right? I mean, I have a socket interactor on my bat. I'm going to see if I can put the bat on my head before I do this. Look at that, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Super cool cricket Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Bat Hat Man. Look at me, I'm Bat Hat Man. Bat Hat, Bat Hat. That's funny, actually. That was funny. Okay, so now we know why we want to do this. Oop. So we're gonna make sure that we can't put hats in our heads, or bats in our heads. So we want to go to hook and head sockets. Make sure it's only hats. So head socket, layer mask, nothing, hats. Then we're gonna go to the hook modern, nothing, hats. Cool. This actually said don't do nothing. Wait, what? Oh. Water break? Okay. that is done. We are done with the Unity Learn Rear Development 1.4 Sockets chapter. Hopefully you learned a decent amount. I know I did. We have freaking hats on walls. We can't put bats on our heads anymore, but we would know how to take those off if we wanted to. Yeah, this was a fun time. Hopefully, yeah, if you made it this far, it would mean the world to me if you just push that little likey thing and maybe comment something. I don't freaking know. Boost my algorithm, bro. Just kidding. Not really, but kind of kidding. Anyways, talk to you guys later.